Hey, Taurus, Mel, Intuitive Soul Coach here, excited to bring to you your 2025 yearly reading. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Taurus, grab your favorite beverage, grab a pen and paper, cozy on up because we are about to get deep. We'll look at the most favorable and possibly challenging quarters of 2025, but we'll take it a step further and dive in month by month. So let us begin here with your overall energy of 2025. Milestones. This is beautiful. Taurus, this is all about victory, accomplishments, ceremonies, rewards, promotions, achievements, and success in whatever areas of life that you have been working hard towards, because this just doesn't come towards you out of the blue, right? This is something you've been working on accomplishing. You've been climbing up this mountain here, and you can see that she's reached the top. So in 2025 here, there's something you've really been working towards, and you're going to see something becoming a very big success, a very big, accomplishment or victory for you. So I am loving your overall energy. So let's start off here with January 2025. Surprise, surprise, you have detox. Everyone is thinking about healthy body, healthy mindset in the month of January, and you are too. You are looking at what you can eliminate from your diet or from your life that's holding you back, that's no longer meant for you, or you're not feeling awesome about having that in your life anymore, and you want to be the best at what you're doing, right? You want to be the best in your relationship, the best version of yourself. And sometimes it means you have to look at some of those things that aren't serving you and work on releasing and letting them go. So you could even be withdrawing from drama. You could be going on a cleanse, or just taking a look at your diet and your health on all different levels and focusing on things that feel healthier. And feeling is a big energy that we are diving into in 2025. Let me tell you why here, Taurus, because North Node and South Node is coming out of the Aries Libra axis and moving into Pisces and Virgo. And Pisces is the element of water. So this year is all about integrating spirituality with our daily lives. So you're being encouraged here to trust your intuition and embrace emotional healing and focus on the big picture. And I see that's what you are gearing up to do here in January. And if you tend to be overly rigid at times, or maybe even detail obsessed, that is something that Virgo and the South Node is bringing in to this collective energy. So you're starting off on the right foot. Look at that. You have the Empress and the Death card. Absolutely. Getting rid of things, cutting them out of your life because you want to cultivate your garden. So basically pulling the weeds, right? If something has become overgrown, if your garden that you've been working so hard towards has become overgrown with weeds and you haven't been tending to that garden for a while, it can take over. And I feel like that's why you have detox, because you're pulling those weeds in the month of January because you want what you have planted to really grow and thrive and flourish. So this is the birth of a new cycle with this Empress energy here. This is it's Taurus energy, and this is your creativity highlighted this month. You're feeling very fertile. You're feeling very loving and nurturing. This is the birth of a new cycle, but it is going to require, again, transformation, endings, bringing in new beginnings. So again, you're starting the year off on a high note with two major arcanas showing up here, and you are one of them. You know the saying, turning lemons into lemonade? On the Empress card, It looks like lemons. Now, I don't know if it actually is lemons. I feel like it is, but I feel like you're turning some situations that may have been sour, may have been a bit challenging for you in 2024, that may have manifested in the body, maybe manifested as a dis-ease, also known as disease. I feel like you're cutting it out. Okay. You're saying, I need to feel healthier. I'm going to cut out sugars or, alcohol or cut out carbs. You could also be taking a look at your beliefs and really releasing things that have stymied your growth and your abundance. Because remember, the Empress is the most abundant energy here in tarot. So this is beautiful. Now, in the month of February, you have the Strength card showing up. So the Strength card is about perseverance. This is about you being stronger than you think and continuing to stay consistent. So that's interesting that we have the Strength right after the detox, because a lot of times we tend to fall off the wagon in February, right? We get all hyped up and we start that gym membership, or we start eating right, and then February rolls around and we just don't stay consistent with some of our goals. Not you, Taurus, not this time. I feel like you are overcoming those obstacles, and we actually have the word fitness here. So for a lot of you, there is a huge emphasis and a huge focus on your health at the beginning of the year. So I feel like you're persevering here. You are overcoming the challenges to maybe fall off that bandwagon. And even if you do, I feel like you're getting back on. But you're not depriving yourself of good things. Okay. That's not what being healthy means. So I feel like you're getting creative with your health and you're persevering here. You're saying, okay, maybe I'm going to cut out some sugars, but I can eat some really amazing things if I get creative. And I feel like that's going to help you in big ways. There's also an emphasis here on your support system. Maybe your community or your family showing up, because I'm seeing the 3 of emotions, which is the 3 of cups showing up here for you this month. So for some of you, you may have felt a little bit left out, right? You may have felt like you were missing out on the fun, or it may have felt like you had to miss out on, going out for a fancy dinner because you were focused on your diet, or, I just feel like you're finding different ways to enjoy life, and it may look a little bit different, but you're finding your tribe, because the 3 of cups here is celebrating with your friends and your family. This does talk about social events. It talks about, school reunions, passing of a test, the news of a birth or a job. This is also about an abundance. And I feel like in the past, you've really been working on your community or your soul tribe, because there was a moment in time where you felt very isolated, Taurus. You felt very left out. You may have even went to extremes when it comes to partying, excessive partying here, or overdoing it, going to extremes when it comes to what you eat or what you drink. So sometimes this can be problems with foods. It can be some sort of cycle that is replaying out here. So what I see with this 6 of inspiration, 6 of wands, is you're being highlighted here. You're in the spotlight, and I feel like that may scare you, but I also feel like you deserve to have that light shining on you. So it could be that you're already seeing evidence or proof in February that whatever you have set yourself up for in January, I just feel like you're getting recognized. And because the 3 of cups is here, not everybody is going to love that new version of you, Taurus. But remember, it's not about them. And the only reason they may not love it is because it shines a light possibly on what they need to be focusing on themselves. And I feel like your right people are coming here, and there's something here that you're very proud of. You're very proud of your achievement here. So I do feel like the spotlight is on you, or all eyes are on you. This can also be the card of success and victory. This is hard work paying off. And because you have milestones showing up here, perhaps you're going to see proof of one of the first milestones being met here in February of 2025. So being able to share your victories. Sometimes people are jealous of them. Sometimes people aren't as happy or aren't as excited. But again, you are. So don't let anyone come in and steal your thunder, because I feel like you could actually influence these people. Because the Three of Cups is showing up in reverse, I feel for some of you, you've had to overcome something quite difficult. Maybe something that, was challenging health wise. This could have been, some sort of an addiction, or this could have even been, in your career, you really fought to be in this position and maybe you were left out many times, but you're here, you made it. There's a big milestone or a big goal for you in February. So pat yourself on the back, Taurus. You deserve a win. And if you're in the spotlight, soak it up. Okay, so in the month of March, you have inner child. You're having some fun this month. You could even be traveling, spending time with your loved ones, your children, even embracing that little inner Taurus on a fun level. So this is about laughter and enthusiasm. It's about innocence and happiness, fun, joy, and magic. And I feel like your belief system is really allowing you to let go of restrictions, let go of perfectionism, and just have fun. You could even be embracing maybe childhood dreams. You could be celebrating a birthday. You could have a child who has a birthday here. You could be introducing a new child into the world. But I feel for a lot of you, this has to do with you having fun with loved ones around you. Some of you may even work with children more so in the month of March, if this is your own, or it could be, yeah, look at that, the sun. Or it could be in a setting where, there's just a lot of livelihood. And again, the sun can be travel. Maybe you're traveling to a warm climate in the month of March. This is playfulness. So March looks to be one of the most playful, exciting, embracing that inner child. Some of you could even be going to a water park. You could be spending time near the water, but you have the 10 of Pentacles with the sun. So this is beautiful. When it comes to your career, because 10 of Materials, which is the 10 of Pentacles, is about family. Stability within your family, financial security, building a legacy, long-term goals. You're having fun with your life right now, and you're having fun with your family. You may even be spending a little bit of money this month on fun. Okay, so that's coming up. I feel like already March could be one of your best months of 2025. And I feel like you're starting off, first quarter looks very strong. When you have the strength card, there's nothing that you cannot achieve if you set your mind to it, Taurus. And I feel like there's just a lot of curiosity, discovery, and exploration. And you're thinking outside the box in the first quarter as well, and staying consistent to your efforts. You're going to see a sense of consistency playing out for you. And because you're seeing results, that's going to be the proof that you need to keep on going. So it's beautiful that I see results actually sooner rather than later for you. So for example, let's say in the first quarter, you start to change up your sleep patterns. You're going to see improvement right away, right? If you start to go to bed, 2 hours earlier each night, and maybe you're waking up earlier, you're going to see that you have more energy. If you start to cut out certain foods that leave you feeling sluggish or leave you feeling heavy, you're going to start to see improvements right away. And so I feel like there's some sort of results that are panning out for you right away, but it doesn't mean that it's going to happen overnight. It just means that celebrate the little wins, right? And that's what the inner child reminds you, is celebrate the little wins as well as the big ones. So diving into quarter two, April, May, and June. April, May, and June. So kicking off here, Taurus, your season, you have some soul lessons. So right away here in the month of April, this is about inner growth. And a lot of times when our birthdays roll up, for those of you sun sign Taurians out there, you start to think of your life, like how far you've come in the past year. You start to say, what do I want to achieve or accomplish in my next trip around the sun? This is about wisdom. It's about strength, learning, and teaching. And because this is showing up here, you've gone through a lot of lessons in your life. I feel like you may have jammed 3 lifetimes into one here, Taurus, but this is really good because I feel like you're sitting down here and it's like you're having a cup of tea or a cup of coffee with spirit, with the universe. And you're saying, all right, me and you, we're going to have a heart to heart. We're going to sit down here and we're really going to focus on some of the sweetness, some of the pleasures, hence the rose. Now on this card, I only see the rose, the front of it. You don't see the thorns that oftentimes come with the rose. So it feels like some of the hard lessons you're putting behind you. And now you're able to relax into who you are. There's a part of you that is emerging and you feel more comfortable in your skin than maybe you have in quite some time because there's this energy of acceptance. There's this energy of gratitude around these soul lessons because you have come a long way. And I'm hearing Fleetwood Mac's song Landslide showing up here, landslide. So you may be noticing the changes going on all around you, right? As she says in that song, children grow older. I'm getting older too. So you may be looking around you and seeing how everything is changing on a very deep, profound level, but you're trying to soak up the moments. You're trying to stay present here within what's going on around you. So what are the soul lessons? The Wheel of Fortune right off the bat. And okay, I guess the Two of Materials wants to come with that. But you have the Wheel of Fortune. So again, the changing of the cycles, the turning of the tides, and how can you balance your work life and your play life? How can you create a life that feels more stable? Okay, with this Two of Pentacles, some of you are multitasking. Some of you may even be weighing up some pros and cons. You may be taking a look at some life lessons that you had to learn the hard way and some lessons that may have come a little bit easier for you. But I definitely see you weighing up a lot at this time and saying, are there lessons that I'm still repeating that I could look into a little bit further? Maybe there's more growth there. And again, remember what we said in the beginning, turning those lemons into lemonade. And I feel like that's a big theme for you in 2025, especially with the milestone card. So this could also be a change in fortune. This could be a destiny month for you in April. I mean, it really is. It's the beginning of Taurus season. So when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, this is about you not fearing change because change is the only constant. Change is inevitable and it's about time and the cycles of life. So it kind of coincides with what we were talking about here with the lessons, a lot of inner growth, but you're balancing it out. And this does remind you to stay present, right? To focus on what's right in front of you. Be here now. So I love that these two cards are really clarifying what I was picking up here for April. All right. Let's look at May. May of 2025, you have the teamwork card. Teamwork, making that dream work this month. This is about support and group efforts. It's about co-creating and working together. So for some of you, this is community, maybe lending a helping hand in your community. You may be called to do some sort of humanitarian act. This could be building your clientele. Maybe there's a big work project coming in or a big family function or gathering in the month of May. Could be for your birthday as well. So for those of you Taurians that are having or celebrating May birthdays, I just feel like you are feeling the love, you're feeling the support, and this is a really wonderful time to come together, Come together and see the support all around you. I'm also getting resources here. So May could be a really big month for resources. We have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. There is the Ace of Emotions. So something that really fills your cup is showing up here. Now you have the Two of Voices, Two of Swords energy. This can be about uncertainty. This is about being at a crossroads, maybe in matters of the head going in one direction, right? Logic trying to come through, but you don't have enough information and enough data to move forward. That's why teamwork is significant here, because the heart is wanting to go in one direction, but the head is going in another. And you're like, oh, what do I do here? I want to open my heart up. I want to have this soul quenching renewal. But sometimes we get paralyzed by indecision, or sometimes we don't have enough information. And that's why resources was coming up with the teamwork, because you're going to have the resources that you need to make a decision for a fresh new start. Ace of Cups is a gift. Ace of Cups is a new love connection, or, a gift of emotional fulfillment, emotional balance. It is the gift of positivity and hope and self-love. So whatever choice is showing up, I feel like you don't have to make it alone. Okay? You don't have to make it alone. And that is an important message for you in quarter 2. All right, so as we move into June, you have Heart's Desire. So you know that Ace of Cups that you were just wavering and teeter-tottering on? You're moving into that Ace of Cups full-heartedly in the month of June, because you have Heart's Desire. This is passion projects. This is making decisions from the heart. And one of my favorite sayings here is, make a choice from the heart and then use the head to help you figure out how to move forward, because those are our greatest resources. Really, they are. And I feel like you're making some choices, and you are loving what you do. You're loving the people that you're surrounding yourself with. So in the month of June, your heart chakra is wide open, and it's stemming from some sort of teamwork or collaboration or resources or information that come in the month of May. So let's clarify Heart's Desire. For those of you that are looking for love, look at that. Lovers. For those of you looking for love, the Lovers is coming on out here for you. So there's the choice from the heart here as well with that Lovers, because it used to be the choice card, but it's really about balancing the head and the heart, working alongside each other for the best possible results. And when the Lover shows up here, there could certainly be a love dynamic coming in. It's also Gemini energy, and we'll be in Gemini season in the month of May and June. We have the 10 of Inspiration, 10 of Wands. If there's been something heavy weighing on you, I just feel like you're putting down some burdens here, because the heart is shining through, and this can be falling in love. For those of you who've been wanting a love connection, you could be falling in love with a soulmate, falling in love with a pet or an animal, falling in love with, a best friend. It doesn't have to just be romantic love, although it certainly can be, especially with the passion showing up here. But this can also be about your creative ideas and a love for what you do. So if things have felt very heavy, things have felt at times like you've been exhausted, I see this is a month where the heart's opening up, and you're finding ways to not take on so many burdens. You're prioritizing here what really is showing up at the top of your list in your heart. So letting go of that heaviness that the 10 of Wands sometimes brings in. And that can be delegating more. It can be unburdening by maybe asking for help. That can also come when we have that Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It personality, when we want to fix everyone and everything, right? And that can weigh really heavy upon us. What's interesting here as well, please take this as it resonates, but it almost looks like she's holding an urn. So for some of you, if you've had a loved one who's crossed over in spirit and you have their urns, and this could be a year where maybe you travel, maybe you scatter their ashes in the mountains or at their favorite lake, or, a favorite place of theirs. I mean, maybe this is a month for that. So take it as it resonates. I mean, it definitely is an interesting card. But I feel like you are meant to love again. It's like you're meant to release something so you can fully open up to that Ace of Cups that you were questioning the month prior. All right, so let's dive into quarter 3. July, August, and September. July, we are looking at the body here. This is a connection with the body, loving yourself, exercise, mental health, body image, and even chakra healing. So in the month of July, if there has been any disconnect, I feel like you're listening to your body. If your body is wanting to move this month, you're like, all right, body, we're going to move. If your body wants to go hiking, if your body wants to, go swimming or dance. I also see your body is showing up in different ways, different emotions, maybe because there's someone new coming in here for some of you, and it may surprise you because your head and your body, if they haven't been in sync, your body is really showing up for you this month, and you're like, wait a second, what's really going on? I feel such a strong pull towards someone's energy, and I feel like you're starting to integrate the head and the head and the heart, of course. And I feel like you're focusing on self-love and loving who you are in your own skin. So this is about you putting yourself out there and maybe even being vulnerable, right? Being vulnerable, which means opening yourself up to emotion, opening yourself up to self-love, regardless of, what you look like out here, because that's not what it's about. It's what's going on truly in here. So there's going to be some lessons around the body, self-love, and mental health for you in July. Spirit, can we get a little bit of insight into the body talk? Some of you could be getting some checkups or routines looked at, some health maybe looked at, maybe dental procedures, maybe some sort of body imaging being done here. So for example, maybe like a weight loss surgery, or maybe some sort of Botox, or you could be, changing up something around the way you look. Maybe you're getting a haircut, or you're able to, flaunt, what you've worked for. If you've been really working for a better body here, July could be a really big month where you feel good in your own skin. Spirit, tell me about the body talk. The star, look at that, healing. And the 8 of Cups, beautiful. The star showing up is a brighter future ahead. It's dreams and it's inspiration. There's something here about a wish being granted for you. And I feel like you never thought this was possible, or you had hopes for it. You had high hopes, but you're seeing that your hard work is paying off. So this could be one of those months, again, July 2025, where you see another milestone. So we said February, there's something big here for you, but in the month of July, this feels like it has to do with your health. It has to do with, your self-care. Like you've been taking care of yourself. Now you're going to see something big showing up here, because the star is the card of healing as well. Now it's right next to the 8 of emotions, 8 of Cups. There's a lot of personal growth that you've gone through here, Taurus, a sense of discovery, a quest for something deeper, more meaningful. There's a new path that you are exploring, and this new path is brighter. This new path is the path of healing, and it has to do with a lot of internal transformation taking place, because you know that you deserve to feel good on all levels. And that means sometimes we have to cut out certain someones or certain somethings in order to grow. And you're seeing that it was worth it. Some of you may have dodged a bullet. I'm just going to say that here. You may have dodged a bullet with someone here, or you caught some sort of health issue before it could have got worse before a tower could have came in. But I'm really liking July's energy here. Now, August 2025, you are letting go. This is liberation, baby. Goodbyes, growth, ascension. Some of you could be moving. You could be moving this month, moving into a new home. You could be wrapping up something big here, and you feel that huge weight of the world, maybe with that 10 of wands, that burden that you've been carrying. It feels by August there's a full flow. That water spigot that sometimes gets shut off, or maybe a pipe was frozen, it feels like it's fully on, and that flow of abundance is coming in full force, and you are on the receiving end of it. What are we releasing and letting go of? Endings bringing in new beginnings here. What are we liberating ourselves from in August? I feel like you're liberating yourself from fear, from criticism, from judgment. There's also something, again, heavy, a big project that you've been working on, or some sort of personal healing or development that you're going to see isn't weighing so much tension or stress on you like maybe it was in the past. So you have the star that shot out again, and you just seen me stick it in back into the deck in a completely different spot. So the star is saying there's a wish fulfillment. There's something here that is brighter, and you're seeing that there's a brighter future. What is this? Awakening, the Judgment card. So some sort of second chance. This can be, a new passage where you're not going back. You're never going to go back into that old you, that old life. This is a rebirth, and you are coming out of this rebirth with a sense of self-awareness, with a sense of purpose, and you're letting go. I mean, the Judgment is the letting go card as well. So letting go of something of the past, because you have a brighter future ahead. 9 of voices. What did I just say? Stress and anxieties and judgments. The 9 of voices can be all of those lies that we tell ourselves. It can be anxiety. It can be obsessive thoughts, worst case scenario. But because you are brave enough to step outside your comfort zone, that's what you're releasing. 9 of Swords is showing up in reverse. And we have Temperance. This has been something you've been working on for quite some time, but you're not alone. You haven't been doing this or going this path alone here, because you have the angels. This is the angelic realm coming in here with Temperance. For some of you, this is about self-control, maybe moderating and bringing balance into whatever area of your life that maybe at one point you were overindulgent upon. This can be an area of your life that it felt like it was out of control. That's what you're releasing, because you're finding some sort of balance within it, and emotional maturity as well, because look at what we have here. The Muse of emotions, the King of Cups. The King of Cups is either someone you are meeting, or it could be a characteristic of yourself where you're really tapping in. You've learned a lot of lessons around your emotions. And the King of Cups is someone who is very loving, very supportive. This is someone who's emotionally intelligent, patient, and compassionate. Now, of course, they may be emotionally distant until there's an emotional bond of trust that's built between the both of you, or between you and, someone else or something else. But ultimately, I see that she's drinking from the cup, and it's interesting because there's 2 divine feminines here, and there's 2 cups. So this could be a 2 of cups energy coming in here for you. Maybe that's something you've been working on letting go, or you're letting go of, the fears around commitment or relationships, and you could be introducing someone new into your life. So I just feel like there's a beautiful progression taking place for you this month. All right, and as we move into the following month, so September, we have romance. We have romance here. So Taurus, this is a big year for opening up that heart. With the Ace of Cups, we have that King of Cups energy here. We have romance, marriage, unions. We have some strong bonds of intimacy. If you have feared intimacy, Taurus, or if that's something that you've ran away from, or maybe people in your life have ran the other way and there was a fear of commitment, I just feel like this is getting addressed in September. I feel like September is a month where there could be an anniversary. This, if you are in some sort of union or an engagement, maybe you're getting married. Okay. This could also be freedom from dynamics that have held you back, held you from fully opening up your heart to 100%, just like that faucet. So September is the month of love for you. Let's take a look. Spirit, romance for Taurus in September. What's going on with the heart? Some sort of commitment or promise. Okay, someone's making a promise or a commitment towards you. Knight of Pentacles. It may have been a slow and steady process here, but you can trust this. The Knight of Cups can be slow to go towards an energy, but it's because they want to do things right. They don't want to rush into things. They don't want to leave any stones unturned. This is a knight that you can trust. He is the most trustworthy. He is the most dependable, hardworking, practical, and down-to-earth knight. He's very detail-oriented, very disciplined, very loyal. And I feel like the Two of Pentacles is saying, hey, let's stay present here. Let's get to know each other slowly, that we can build a strong, solid friendship. Or this can be reuniting, maybe bringing something back together with this Two of Pentacles and being able to introduce, more of a bond if that has been lacking for you and someone else. So I'm liking where the heart is going in the month of September. Now, I'm also feeling if there is something in your life with this Two of Pentacles, such as financial distress, or maybe there's a lot going on in your world, I just feel like you can rely on a partner. There's someone here that wants to help you out. And you actually have the word trust, soulmate, showing up twice. So this could even be, a family member. It could be a best friend, someone who does care about you. Maybe this person cares about you more than you know, but you're only friends. And this is a month where you really see that it has the potential to become more than friends. If this is something new. For those of you that are in an existing relationship, I feel like this is a month where you can really lean on your partner for getting through whatever distress or challenges are showing up here for you. All right. Fourth quarter, final quarter of 2025, October, November, and December. In the month of October, you have signs and symbols. Spirit is communicating with you this month, Taurus, communicating with you through dreams, through numbers, coins, synchronicities, and feathers. Now, you may be saying, well, Mel, how is this different than any other month that Spirit communicates? Because there's some important information this month that you are being guided to see or to know or to understand. What is this important information, important Spirit communication that is showing up here for Taurus in October of 2025? All right, October 2025. We have the Four of Inspiration. This can be the card of 1111, the card of marriage. This is celebration, maybe a new home. Someone could be moving in together. This is soul tribe. This is family and stability and harmony and cooperation and support. So I feel like that's available here for you. Now, if you are going through a dynamic where there hasn't been a lot of cooperation or support, I want you to go back to that May energy of teamwork. Who is here for you in May? Okay, because who are the resources, or what are the resources? Because there's something around your stability, and there is important information coming in that is going to help you feel more stable. This is changes around your stability, but they're for the better. Four of Wands is the most beautiful, loving, vibrant energy, I feel, one of them in the minor arcana. And this also is, again, 1111, you see the 4 strings here attached to the above energy. So the frequencies here, you're meditating more this month, or if you, this could be a really good month to meditate, because I feel like that's how your information is coming in. Now you have a few cards that came out, so we're going to look at them all. Temperance again, the angels, angel and spirit communication. We have the 8 of materials. This is information, but it's also about skills. And you see that she has, 8 different hands there going in every different direction. So this could be a really big month where you do have a lot going on, but it's about gaining knowledge, mastering a skill, loving your work. It can be experimenting as well. That may be why she has the hands going in all different directions, because there's something here about listening, experimenting, maybe education, honing in on your craft. You could have some spiritual gifts here with the temperance, and spirit is saying, balance, ground your energies and stay patient, because whatever this is, it's inspiring you. 3 of Wands is all about, anticipation. It's about planning. It's about exploring, and success is but a move away. Look at, she just knocked down that dominoes, and she's going to see that there is a dominoes effect. So whatever information is coming in, if you act on this, I feel like it's going to set the tone in motion. Possibly a childhood dream of yours, possibly something from the past that you may have put on the back burner or put on hold, but ultimately you're ending with the King of Wands, the Muse of inspiration. So King of Wands, I feel like this could really be a month maybe for creative expression for those of you business owners out there, for those of you that have had some childhood dreams that have been focusing on your craft, a new skill set. And also when it comes to family dynamics, this could help your family. This could help your finances as well. But King of Wands is someone who marches to the beat of their own drum. So whatever ideas, whatever spirit communication is coming in for you, it is setting you up for something quite beautiful. So don't ignore this call. All right, let's look at November. You have family showing up here. So in the month of November, this can be a really beautiful time for getting together with loved ones if you're celebrating some of the holidays. This can be ancestral healing, legacy, stability, foundation, parents even, and fertility. So maybe the information coming up is some of you in the month of October, you could hear news that someone is pregnant, or someone has given birth, or someone is entering into the family. Okay, this is a really beautiful month. November, family. I'm also getting a blending of families, or an energy of, integrating a family dynamic or cycle into your life. Spirit, what do we have for family, please, in the month of November? We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, beautiful. The Knight of Wands is enthusiastic and fun. He is an adventurer, and he takes action, sometimes impulsively. So you may be impulsive at times, but I feel like this is exciting action, because you know what you want. You have the Emperor showing up here as well. This is some big boss Aries energy. So when the Emperor shows up, maybe this is around a father. Could be a father and son, or father and daughter. Even if your father is no longer present, this could be about, inheritance, or taking a look at some family traditions, family beliefs. There is something here around a father figure. I have to say that for family showing up, or someone could be becoming a father. Or maybe someone is healing that inner child when it comes to some family wounds around father or a divine masculine. Now, I'm also getting husband here as well. So someone could be married, or someone could definitely have been married here. But the Knight of Inspiration is passion. And I feel like there is a lot of passion and a lot of love coming in here as well with this Knight of Wands. But this is perseverance and dedication. So there's something about staying in this energy in order for you to fully achieve. Remember, we talked about milestones. This could be another month, November, when it comes to maybe some personal achievements around family. November could be a big one. This could be a big victory for you in the month of November. And right behind that, I actually see the mending card with a breakthrough. So I'm just now noticing this because I have been only taking the bottom card, but you have mending with breakthrough here. So maybe in a family dynamic, there's some sort of mending coming together, forgiving, healing, therapy, and even surgery here, psychic surgery. But I do see there being a big breakthrough. All right. Last but not least here, we have soul purpose. Now, December 2025, you're ending with soul purpose. You're really taking deep inventory. This is your calling. There is a massive awakening here, and you've been going through, a little bit of a roller coaster, but I feel like this roller coaster you are in awe of. You're like, that was a wild, fun ride. There were a lot of highs. There was more highs than lows this year for you. I feel like that's something that you will realize at the end of the year, that there's been more highs throughout 2025, which is good. But I feel like you have meaning here. It feels like a big part of 2025 was really searching for that meaning, really discovering who you are and what makes you happy. This is about your life path and gaining direction, something here about guidance. And you could be divinely guided, which we all are, but it's like this is the month where you realize there's proof of it. There's proof and there's evidence that you have been divinely guided. And I just get a simplistic energy around December. So this means that you're feeling good about what has gone on, and even through some of the challenges, you're seeing them as lessons, and the way that those lessons have been handled, I feel like you're patting yourself on the back, Taurus, because those lessons have taught you, but you also see that you've come very far on your soul's journey. So what do we have here with soul lessons? Look at that Knight of Cups, Knight of Emotions, and the Five of Swords in reverse. You know when to walk away from something. You know when a challenge, is something worth fighting for, versus when you're just going to kind of hit your head up against that brick wall over and over, expecting a different result. You're like, I've learned. I've matured. I've gone through a lot of heart-opening energies here. And the Five of Swords in reverse is telling me that there could be some sort of, argument. There could have been something here that caused you to really reevaluate a dynamic or a relationship or a situation with that Five of Swords. But ultimately, you're not allowing anyone or anything to take advantage of you. You're not going to allow yourself to stoop to, rage or, a win at all costs coming from a place of fear. I feel like you're handling things of that nature in a different way. Instead of letting yourself get fueled with anger and rage and dominance and control and ego, you're saying, okay, I'm honoring these emotions. I do feel angry, but I don't have to react in the same ways that I've reacted in the past. I can react and I can turn that anger into, I can channel that into something that's more beneficial or more healthy. Maybe you go for a run, or you decide to write, or you help someone out by sharing your story. I just feel like you're taking that energy, and look at, you're meditating. You see them meditating at the bottom of the deck. And it feels like there's some practices that you've really learned that have helped you immensely in 2025. And when you're ending the year with the Knight of Cups, this is being open to love and not letting the hardness of whatever challenges you've gone through close your heart. You're saying, I'm not going to do that. I did that in the past, and it was a hard lesson learned, but I'm going to stay open, and I'm not going to let the ego of myself or anyone else get in the way of my happiness. So kudos to you here, Taurus. Big lessons, but you are achieving a lot personally, professionally, and I even feel like you are a victory for others in some way. Like others are looking up to you, because if you're at the top of this mountain, I feel like other people want to know, how did you get there? So you may be sharing some of your success stories with others this year. Taurus, that is what I have for your 2025 energy. Lots of beautiful things. Make sure you put this in your save later basket, or, save later on YouTube, and you come back to this throughout the year, because you never know, you're going to get bits and pieces that you didn't catch the first time around. And I like where this year is going. I like where you're starting. Happy 2025.